Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight, so you don't have to. The first thing we're gonna do today is start off with an apology. Part of my charger kind of broke off into my phone, or some shit. I don't fucking know. But because Apple had this new genius idea to make new headphones and charging ports plug into the same porthole, what that means is I don't have headphones since there's something wrong with my charging port right now. I can still fit the charger of the phone in, but nothing else works, including headphones. So we are going into this without headphones, which means the audio quality is probably going to be a little worse. So that's what that is. Apologies on that. What a way to start off your fucking July 4th, bro. Fucking Christ. Happy Independence Day, but you're not free from the fucking shit game. Holy shit, oh no. I thought this was going to be something little, but then I forgot this company's Canadian, and so, oh shit, that means it's still just a normal workday up there. This is fucking huge. This is fucking huge. They dropped a huge fucking bombshell on us here. Summer's upon us, Empty's realm, blah blah blah, heating up. Survivor disconnect bots. Okay? So basically, when somebody disconnects from the Survivor side now, they get a disconnection penalty, blah, 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 and then they're gonna be fucking throwing their bots in. Basically, tunnel fodder. So, basically, that still should be a free win unless you've already lost and then somebody gets mad or internet goes out or some fucking horse shit or something. But the bots are gonna be shit. If you've played the bots in custom games, they're fucking garbage. So if somebody DCs, it's probably still gonna be a free win. I don't know if the killer doesn't know you're disconnecting though. I don't know. We'll see what that is. Report feedback. Who the fuck cares? Sadako. Oh my god, guys. They're changing Sadako. They're changing Lil Miss Mid, bro. They're gonna give her some changes. So the first thing that you see, you go, oh, thank God. They're fucking gonna buff her. I don't know, dude. I'm reading this. It feels like a fucking Nerf, and we'll go through it, and you might start seeing what I mean as we fucking read this. But just like the way that she plays right now, by the way, in order to play, she needs an iridescent add-on base and her fucking painting add-on, the fucking ring painting, ring drawing, or whatever, that needs to be base on her too. She needs those two add-ons base to even fucking play, and if you don't have those base, you just can't play. Okay? So, when Onryo is demanifested, she can project herself to any powered TV on the map. This will inflict nearby survivors with stacks of condemned. You need 7 to kill somebody, right? We have made significant changes to this mechanic. Projecting to a TV now applies 3/4 of a stack to condemned to all survivors not carrying a tape. Was 1 stack to all nearby survivors. So right away, there's a fucking nerf right there. That's an undisputed nerf. That's an undisputed nerf. You're getting less progress on them overall because this character just can't have a buff, guys. They just need to nerf her 4 times on top of it. The time a TV is disabled after you teleport to it has been reduced to 70 seconds. Was 100. And just right there, the dredge just fucking busted out fucking laughing. Just fucking busted laughing. 70 seconds still, bro. 70 seconds behavior. That is ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous. When the dredge is fucking dumb off cooldown, what can he do? He can go right to another fucking locker. Now the obvious counter argument is that dredge doesn't build up the ability to just insta-more you upon a teleport, so it makes sense for him to get a cooldown. Do you know how fast this game is? Holy fucking shit, 70 seconds is still fucking insane. The time a TV is disabled after a survivor removes the tape has been increased to 90 seconds was 60. So there you go. You're still getting hit by a 100 time right there, essentially. 90, whatever. Big fucking whoop. Was 60. So they basically flipped them. Kind of, sort of. So now the 100 seconds comes from, it's 90. My bad. The 100 seconds comes from them fucking using their fucking ability to put the thing in the TV. And the 70 seconds was 60. So what the 70 now comes from you actively doing a teleportation. And then they added a 15-second cooldown to your projection. Since there's no longer a range limit on the condemned effect, we now need to limit how frequently this can happen. So, but basically, they put a cooldown on the condemned because all survivors, when you teleport, what I'm reading here, what you're reading here, is that there's no longer a range limit, which means when you teleport through a television, every survivor on the map, regardless of where they are, now gets a stack of condemned. And they put a 15-second cooldown on your teleport to compensate. Much easier to spread condemned while using your power in a way that feels natural. Okay? So, okay. Before we go any further, after you read all that, you go, okay. So, they really didn't do much to fix the issue of her long cooldowns. But you can spread condemned more reliably to everybody, but it might not be as much. But overall, this should be a net gain for you, because you can just kind of teleport around the map at will to kind of, build up some condemned early, go get the tapes, you don't know how much you have, blah, 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 blah. The ability to spread your power, what you should be reading right after this, the objectivist is saying the ability to spread condemned overall with no iridescent, obviously with the iridescent, when you can get the TVs back in a couple seconds, the ability to spread condemned across a good survivor team says overall, based on the character, been buffed. Okay, so you're reading that going, okay, it's not terrible. Cursed tapes, oh shit, here we fucking go. Cursed tapes have become more dangerous, sure. The holding a cursed tape may protect you from the condemned effect. They come with their own risk. So when you're holding a tape, you no longer build up infection. Getting hit with a basic attack while carrying a cursed tape will apply 1 stack of condemned. Okay, so there you go. When a survivor carrying a cursed tape is hooked, all other survivors gain a stack of condemned and the tape is destroyed. Holding a cursed tape no longer passively builds condemned. So, cursed tapes can now be placed in any TV other than the one that they were retrieved from. Oh, there it is, isn't it? It's that last one. Okay, so we got a few issues here, bro. Getting hit with a basic attack now while carrying a cursed tape will apply 1 stack of condemned. Okay, cool. When a survivor carrying a cursed tape is hooked, all other survivors, not the one you hooked, so the guy you would probably have the most condemned on, he's not gaining another stack. Everybody else is. So they then want you to like teleport through TVs around the map to fucking build up some condemned on somebody. Holding a cursed tape no longer passively builds up condemned. Oh, that's fucking bad. That fucking shuts her down right there, because that means you have to do everything manually. You have to do every single thing manually. What fucking teams are you playing to make that fucking happen? You're gonna do all this manually? Are you fucking serious? You don't get any slight help with the buildup of the tape? That just kills her, because her cooldowns are still bad, guys. 70-second cooldown is still garbage. If that, the fact that the tape doesn't passively build anything up anymore, you always want to be holding one. There's no reason to not hold a tape. They're not more dangerous now. They are less dangerous. Especially since they can now be placed in any fucking television. They can now be placed in any fucking television, gamers. One of the biggest strengths of the character was the fact that only one fucking TV could save them when they were about to die. Now any TV can save them when they're about to die. Which means it is easier to shave off condemned now than it ever was before. So you might have gotten a slight buff in fucking spreading it. Base. Kinda, sort of. I mean, 100 seconds. Fucking, oh, okay. But they can basically, they now no longer passively build it up, which that's really bad, and they can place it in any fucking television. That's really bad. Which means, if they get even slightly over, and by the way, it doesn't take long to put the fucking thing in the TV. You can probably do it on the way to the next gen that you're going to, right? Like, this isn't fucking, like, if you're fucking running Deja Vu, which if you're bad at the game, you definitely should be, holy fuck. But basically, because any TV can now remove Condemned from a survivor, they will be fucking deleting your Condemned way faster than you can spread it, especially if they're a fucking survive with friends. And especially, that especially sounds like a nerf when you compare her to the way we were playing her before, which was if you were even gonna fucking boot up the character and bring her ass into a fucking match, you would be running fucking iridescent tape and the fucking ring drawing to fucking spread it through heals. Right? We were spreading, the way that Condemned was being spread before all this crap was significantly different because the base mechanics did not fucking work. Because cooldown's too bad, killer M1 trash, etc., right? You were spreading Condemned through an entirely different way. The fucking strategy had its name, Condemned Sadako. If you were actually trying to condemn somebody, that's what you were doing. It was that entire, like, your build had a name. If you weren't doing that, the character's shit. And you're just hooking and building up Condemned as an alternative condition if you somehow got it, right? The real Condemned build, which is a lot worse now because they nerfed the perks that go along with it, like the Call of Brines of the world. But the real Condemned strategy was slugging everywhere. Back in her prime, when people said she was like an A tier, it was slug to force the iridescent fucking painting to force the painting to go off. It was like you're healing somebody, then you build it. Like, that was the way she was being played. And with extremely fast teleports, she could essentially be anywhere all over the map at once, combined with the information she would be getting from Call of Brine, which doubled as an info perk and the main slowdown option. That's how you were spreading it. This leans into how you're supposed to play your base, which is bad. Bottom 5 right now, by the way. So it's like, well, Rosie, they're buffing the bottom 5 aspect of her. Are they? Just look at these ridiculous new defenses. No longer building up passively when holding a tape, which means there's no reason not to hold a tape. Okay, what are you going to do? Get 2 stacks and then it's going to be destroyed? Didn't you just pick up another tape and delete it when you get off the hook? The tape's destroyed. It's destroyed, so, like, if you can't even build up more stacks if the killer does, like, a half tunnel on you, right? If the killer does, like, a half tunnel on you, you can't, like, get 4 stacks of Condemned because, or, like, maybe you'll have 4 3/4 because the killer teleports to the TV, burns your endurance with save, and then downs you again. You can't have 4 3/4 stacks and then get hooked again, right? And then the kill, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that because the tape's destroyed off the hook. Which means after you get hooked, if you have a tape, you'll have fucking big deal, 2 fucking stacks. And then the rest of the group will have a little bit more, but not enough to go fucking kill somebody, especially when they're going to be just fucking throwing the tapes in right next to the generators that they're fucking doing when especially when they get advantage. This is worthless. This is fucking shit. Is now a strategic choice you will need to make. Not really. The strategic choice is to hold it until you get to, like, 4 and then throw it in and watch it all get deleted. Like, you don't have to plan here. That's fake. Demanifestation. Onryo can no longer be stunned while demanifested. Chases are prevented when demanifested, making it more difficult to keep track of Sadako's positioning. Removes bloodlust similar to other killer powers. Okay. And then they've done a balance pass to her add-ons, which they don't say anything about that here. We'll have to see when the PTB goes up. Okay, the only thing I want to say about this is, can you be stunned while you're demanifesting, when you're in the active process of doing so? Because if you can't, you might have some new chase shit. But overall, Pierre, the problem is you're still basic M1 garbage. That's the issue here. You're still basic M1 trash, and the game now wants you to fucking actually get lethality to spread Condemned, which is kind of what you had to do before, but still, the way that you could kind of spread Condemned with the eerie fucking videotape was to fucking bounce around. Like, when you knew where people were, especially when somebody hit red, you would just fucking flicker all over the place, or maybe they got the killer instinct, you teleport to the TV that's the closest to, you know what I'm saying? Like, Condemned, you were kind of doing something. You were kind of setting up a play to kind of get somebody out as fast as fucking possible. You were kind of doing that before. With this, they want you to play the game normally. That's a nerf, guys. They want you to actually go around, hook people, not camp, not tunnel, go around, do this, do that. If you can't kill somebody by 2 gens, this is not a buff at all. Because remember, the fucking iridescent videotape and fucking the drawing are capable of killing a survivor before 2 gens are done. They're capable of doing that. Even against semi-decent teams, especially before the fucking perk nerfs, she was especially capable of killing a decent survivor. Like, that's why some people thought she was A tier with all that shit. But this? No, bro. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Lil Miss Mid? No, I'm not seeing it. Okay, if demanifested, if you can't be stunned while you're in the process of demanifesting, maybe you'll have some cute new chase stuff. They're trying to make her 1v1 a little stronger, but her canvas is so limited because she's basic M1 trash. She has a limited canvas to fucking work off of to make the lethality better. Like, you know what would make her better? If you had fucking 4+ stacks of Condemned, you'd be exposed. She needs exposed on that, especially when they're fucking about to die. When they're red. And the fact that she doesn't have exposed there yet is fucking insane. Like, fuck, they should be fucking exposed if they let the fucking shit get that fucking far. 4 to 6 would be a good buff. 4 to 6, 4+ stacks of Condemned, they get exposed, so you can fucking actually get some lethality. Like, that'd be nice. But no. This Samara buff to me looks like a complete failure. Just looking at it. This looks like a failure. Now, if she has eerie tape still, here's what I was thinking. Her add-on kit might just be the same. If they left eerie tape untouched, okay, and you still have the fucking drawing, you might be able to get the TVs off cooldown enough to fucking spread the Condemned in a new way. And like, it must slow down, bro. That's what people are calling it. It's not actually for killing people. It's must slow down, bro. You gotta get them off the gens to go put the tapes in, but it's for slow down. I just don't see that. Especially when people like on Skull Merchant, the correct play on the Skull Merchant is to ignore the exposed status effect of her drones and get a key generator done and get key gens done. You don't think they're just gonna do the same fucking thing against this character? Skull Merchant is stronger than her, by the way. The fucking correct play against the DC Merchant is to ignore her shit to get key gens done. Ignore the exposed status effect. Outplay her in chase when she shows up. That's what the fucking play against her is, to maximize the generator efficiency. You do not think that they're going to do the same fucking thing against this character, especially when they can already right now pre-fucking buff go put the fucking videotapes in mid-fucking chase and delete your Condemned progress mid-chase. And now they can do it to any TV, and you don't think they're going to ignore the fucking mechanic. Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself, Jeff. Jeff thinks nerfs are buffs, bro. Like, this is terrible. I'm not seeing it. And if you are seeing it, explain to me why. How is this going to do anything other than pub stomp? Another pub stomping killer, bro. If you get in a lobby with 4 fucking babies, you might be able to run around and Condemned, kill everybody, and you'll go, whoa, so broke. But is that going to beat a Swift? Absolutely fucking not. Get the fuck out of here. Like, do we look like idiots? The cooldown should be 30 to 40 seconds maximum on the fucking television, and I'm supposed to fucking celebrate because the cooldown is now 70 down from 100 when I fucking teleport through it. Are you fucking serious? You want me to jump for joy and celebrate that, Jeff? That's not fucking happening, bro. Trash. This killer is fucking trash. And she will be trash when that goes in. And if they're still looking at her, she's gonna need more when this goes in. Unless the fucking eerie videotape is untouched, which fat fucking chance. If they left that add-on unfucking touched, I will be shocked. I could see them leaving the drawing untouched, but if you think that fucking videotape is still in, I don't know what to tell you. If that videotape is still in, I will be fucking shocked. Incredible. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next killer nerf, because, fuck, you knew those were coming. Hook grabs! Survivor runs up towards their hooked friend, but the killer, and then the survivor attempts to trick the killer into swinging, blah, 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 blah. We are removing grabs from unhooking survivors! Bye! Bye, killer! Bye. Bye-bye. Myers just got worse, because that's something he was using to help him camp. Trash. That means bye-bye comeback potential. You really are losing in 2 minutes now. Because you have no hope to fucking turn this game around. Especially if you're a low tier. There's even games on Trashularity where they fucking won in 2 minutes and the only thing that saved me was a hook grab. How about just don't get grabbed? It's not fucking hard to not get grabbed. How brain dead do we want this game? To where they don't have to respect you at all by the fucking hook, bro. Now, like, they're doing everything in their power to destroy the one fucking interaction you have control of as the killer. Because you don't have control of the tiles, you don't have control of the objective speed, you don't have control of positioning because they're leading you, you don't have control of where they take you, you don't have control of anything except for fucking how they have to go get their fucking friends off the hook. That's what you have control of, and they're doing everything in their power to fucking kill that, and they're going to succeed too. They will not stop until your ability to camp the survivor is fucking dead. They're proving it with this, and they're proving it with that fucking mechanic that's coming in shortly, in a couple months. The fucking base kit deliverance. Your ability to camp the survivors is going to be the next thing that they fucking destroy. And then you will have control of nothing. Unless your name is fucking Nurse, Blight, or Spirit. And that's the way that some people want it. Trash. So that's fucking terrible. Every fucking massive killer L there. Brand new parts. Oh. I mean, those things that are getting increasingly popular, and I'm seeing a lot more of in my fucking matches. Those things that should have been nerfed fucking 3 years ago. Those things. They should have been nerfed 3 fucking years ago. They've like fucking what? Do 25% of a gen right now? This is compounded when multiple survivors bring one to a trial. We realize this can be frustrating for killers to face, so we've decided to rework this add-on. Should have been done 3 fucking years ago. What'd they come up with? You will face a difficult skill check. Upon succeeding the skill check, the generator's required charges are reduced by 10 and the add-on is consumed. In terms of time saved, the brand new part will save 10 seconds compared to the previous 22.5 seconds. And this lowers the required charges for the affected generator. Any regression perks which apply regression based on the generator's total will have their effectiveness reduced. Okay, so let's talk about the thing on the conservative end at this point, for the killers. You're going, oh, okay. So instead of them completing 22.5 seconds of a gen, they only get to fucking complete 10 seconds of a gen with the brand new part now. That's what you're saying when you first read it. It sounds like a 12.5 second nerf to the fucking add-on at first. Okay? That's what it sounds like at first. So it's like, okay, they're not going to be as bad in the fucking early game. I'll be able to fucking go over there and fucking potentially stop a gen because it's going to be 80 seconds. I've fucking dealt with 80-second gens for fucking 5-6 years. Okay? So the majority of your time playing the game, you've been dealing with 80-second gens. So it's nothing to fucking sneeze at. Okay? But then you read that last part and you realize, wait a second here. This might not be very good. For survivors bringing in brand new parts, they can instantly tweak fucking 10 generators. It doesn't say they complete the gen. Here's where the fucking pessimist is gonna come in. It doesn't say they complete the gen. They shave 10 seconds of gen charges off of the generator. Which means that it's perma-done, and there's nothing you can do about it. That 10 seconds is permanently completed. The fucking other thing about the brand new part was if you could somehow, as the killer, weather the early game storm, like, brand new part, I mean, yeah, sure, it's broken, but, like, if you were playing an especially, like, bad team, you could stop it. Well, it's like, you could stop it now, too. You could kind of do it now, but just still hear me out. Here's the pessimist. Like, all your regression perks, your score chooks, your pops, everything like that will have their effectiveness slightly reduced. And there's one other thing. Every fucking gen perk that they have goes up in value on a brand new parted gen. Every single one. The Prove Thyself, the one where the guy's being chased and he gives it to you, the fucking Deja Vu, all the fucking perks you don't overzealous, everything you don't like goes up in value on a gen that is brand new parted. which means what the brand new part kind of allows them to do is take advantage of stealthier fucking playstyles, where they go up to these gens, fucking knock 10 seconds off of them early, permanently, and make other perks up in value and save those perks for late game. Or save the fucking things to the late game, which some people do that now anyway. So, like, it's like their usage still probably hasn't changed very much. And they may have changed this and reworked it, but because fucking gen rushing here, let's tie this back into the other topic because these two topics go together. Because of their fucking change to the fucking hook grabs, what this allows them to do is not necessarily have to send 2 people in. Which means that's more fucking gen time on the fucking table. Which means, overall, especially since, again, the brand new part is not useless. It's not useless, as we've discussed. There's things you can do with it. Even though they may have knocked off 12.5%, the fact that you can't fucking knock that 12.5% off again, it's just permanently done. You can't knock that 10% off, it's perma done, and all your perks go down in value on gens that are brand new parted, and all their perks go up in value on gens that are brand new parted. All of that fucking crap, combined with the fact that they can sit on gens more now, because now you really don't need 2 people to go fucking save somebody, unless the killer has fucking save. Save is a godsend. What that basically means is that gen rushing overall was buffed. Because they can neglect the rescue and greed gens better. Because of this and this. They can fucking greed more gens because they don't have to send 2 people in to get the rescue unless the killer has 8 stacks of save, which the Swift will be communicating. Oh, he's got save. We probably need to do this one together. Which again, because there's no hook grabbing, save has to save's not just there. You have to build it up. So, I mean, the argument here is that they can fucking sit on the gens more. A hook is now more useless than it was last patch. Whereas if you see my hooks are useless video, I've talked about how they can just sit on the fucking generators. A hook doesn't force them to do anything. They can stay on the gen until it's done, and then they can go get the rescue after the gen's done. They don't have to neglect their gen fucking progress to go fucking make a hook save. Your hook does not pressure them. You need to have fucking multiple hooks on multiple different people, and be everywhere for them to fucking feel the pressure. One hook doesn't pressure them. So that fucking early game, the fact that they're going to be able to sit on gens more consistently and not have to worry about a grab, combined with these fucking brand new part changes to where they can go fucking delete 10 charges off of a gen, they're going to be able to gen rush you better. Even despite the fucking nerf to the brand new part. So, that's not good. Survivors are winning the patch, if you haven't picked up on this yet. Again, perks, killer perks. Perks, bro. Coup de grace, this perk is useless. To help this perk come into play more often, Coup de grace will now gain 2 tokens whenever a gen's powered. Was 1. Guys, if you want to make this fucking perk useful, fucking let it trigger when I hook somebody. I said this when the fucking perk came out. It should not trigger off something that they do. Why can't it trigger off something I do? Why can't I hook them? And then you could even give it some stupid clause where it can't be used fucking 16 meters of a hook survivor. Let me get a boost after I hook somebody to encourage me to leave the fucking hook and go out to get the other fuckers. Let me be more powerful after a hook. It should not trigger off something that they do, especially for this effect. It's not that good. If you can make it fucking get a hook and get a token, it still wouldn't get run. Because it doesn't but at least it would be more usable and more in line with what you should be doing as a player. This fucking completed after gen shit, it's not going to help the perk go off. So now gain 2 tokens when a gen's powered, so that's useless. Claustrophobia. I'm assuming this is cruel limits based on the reading here. Perk also activates when a gen is powered. Since it only blocks vault locations within 32 meters of the completed gen, it's very likely this perk won't come into play unless you happen to be chasing a survivor nearby. We are removing the range restriction. Okay. But it's basically as soon as a gem pops, every fucking vault on the window is blocked. Bubba could actually use this. now. But I still think Bamboozle is better, because again, Bamboozle, you don't have to wait for something that they do to trigger it. What would I do to this perk? Make it a Scorch Hook. Because it's a little stronger than Coup de Grace, so it doesn't need to trigger off, it doesn't have to give you a stack every hook. You make it a Scorch Hook, all the shit's blocked for 30 seconds to a minute, whatever the fucking timer is on it. You throw somebody on a hook, all the vaults are blocked. That is Bubba, you could go leave. That'd be cute. But again, the fact that it triggers off something that they do is shit. It's going to forever limit the perk's utility. It will forever be bad. That's what the fucking problem is with it. That's why it's not seeing use. Hangman's Trick. Oh, God. Fucking worthless, bro. Hangman, its range is fairly small. However, increasing the range will cause it to reveal auras across the entirety of the map. They tested that before. It was actually a super good perk. Hangman's Trick will now become a Scorch Hook. This perk reveals the auras of survivors within 10 meters of a Scorch Hook. It's really bad. It's not going to do anything. There's so many other aura reveal options that are just better than that. You don't need that. If you really want to reveal the aura, bro, that's something you want to do. I mean, I guess if you're trying to use barbecue and fucking overstimulate distortion users, you could do that. I don't fucking know. It doesn't seem to have much utility. Territorial Imperative. Oh no. This is that basement one, right? We've increased the duration of the aura reveal to 6 seconds was 3. We've lowered the distance the killer must be from the basement to 24 meters was 32. We have increased the cooldown to 45. Okay, but basement's still really bad right now because of all the fucking base kit changes you've added that have made the basement completely worthless. Basement right now is completely garbage. There's no reason until fucking Scorch Hooks are in the basement base, the basement is still shit. Because there's no reason to fucking throw somebody in the basement over a Scorch Hook unless your name is fucking Leatherface, and even then maybe not. Especially now. So that perk's still ass. Remember me. Each time your obsession loses a health state. Oh, no, save the best for last synergy. That's bad. Each token increases the fucking gates, increases the exit gate time by 6 seconds, with a maximum of 24. So they're buffing it. It used to be alright, but I don't know. Endgame, there's better options. Crowd control. Entity blockers caused by cloud control's range, they're going to be increased to 60 seconds. That's cute. Is it going to be good? No. 60 seconds, though. 60 seconds. You get shit blocked off for a minute. That perk's job, crowd control's job, I've always said this, even when the perk came out, this perk's actually underrated. But again, there's just no reason to use it because it's not Bamboozle's not a hex. But what this perk's job is to fucking delete vaults early so you can fucking have a better early game. Its job isn't to last the whole fucking game. However, there's still no reason to use it because Bamboozle fucking exists. Bamboozle is not tied to a hex and it doesn't trigger off something that they do. They have to vault the window to get the block. Bamboozle will always be better than this perk for that reason alone. And it's a hex. It doesn't have to be a hex. Bamboozle's still better. 60 seconds is fun though. Like that, it could be fun. It could be a fun build it could be a fun perk for hex builds, but hexes suck, so that's not going to do anything. Trail of Torment will now deactivate when the affected okay, let me start over. Jesus. Trail of Torment will now only deactivate when the affected generator stops regressing, not when a health state is lost. So you could be chasing somebody and smack them and shit, and then you still keep the undetectable. And on a gen that has a high amount of regression, high amount of progress, the only way to stop it is to go do it or it hits 0. However, this perk's still bad. Remember when this perk only gave you 16 seconds of undetectable, or whatever the fuck it was? Terrible. And they thought that perk was going to be okay on release. It's still going to be bad after this goes in. There's no reason to use this. I want Almo and Jeff, explain to me how this is supposed to stop gens from flying. Explain to me how it's supposed to do that. And once you answer you can't, it doesn't really do that, then you'll realize why nobody's going to use it, unless they're aughts and they're fucking clowns and memeing and shilling. Survivor perks, prove thyself. Oh, I thought this didn't need a nerf, bro. Every survivor and Scott John's like, I don't understand why Prove Thyself's getting nerfed, bro. Why are they nerfing it? Prove Thyself, bro. They're nerfing Prove Thyself because it's fucking stupid. That's why they're fucking nerfing it, bro. 15%? Holy fuck. It took this long for the perk to get nerfed. 10% still pretty fucking big. I would have done 6, 7, 8. Cut it in half. 10% still really fucking generous, I think. This perk's still going to be good. Especially with the fucking brand new parts. And this is going to especially be good in brand new part builds because you essentially get rid of the fucking decrease that you ever got. Perks like Stakeout are going to be even better now too. But that's something else. So this perk, I don't think this nerf's going to be enough. Should have been 6, 7, 8. Blast Mine. Oh, fuck. They're buffing the autistic perk, guys. We have increased the duration to 100, 110, 120. Was 35, 40, 45. So that autistic perk that they fucking use, you now have to now they get set up for 2 minutes on a fucking gen. So now there's no fucking way to avoid it. Wow, can you guys tell Pop Goes the Weasel got a fucking 5% buff? It's a good thing that the main slowdown fucking shit doesn't rely on kicking gens right now. Kicking gens right now is only something you really do if you have extra time or if like you have nothing else to do. The main way you're stopping gens is through Scorch Hook, Pain Rezo, and Deadlock. That's the main way you're doing it. Because Pop is still bad, Call of Brine's bad, Eruption's bad. Everything you'd be using to kick gens is bad. But you still get hit by this shit more than you should because the fucking guys have autism and they bring it anyway, even though it's bad and they shouldn't bring it. The only reason you get hit by this perk is you forget it exists because it's so bad and you're like, nobody smart would ever bring this. But they like to stun you, bro. That's why they bring Head On too. They like to stun you. It's chicks, but they like to stun you because they think it's doing something, even though it's not. It's just autistic. It's like, it's the equivalent of a fucking fidget spinner. It's like an autistic person staring at a fidget spinner fucking spinning. That's what it is when they stun you with Blast Mine. It's autism. They like, I stunned the killer. That's them when they stun you. And they think you care about that stun. Like, it's stupid. Wiretap. We are increasing the wiretap duration to 2 minutes as well. We've also normalized the activation requirements and text restrictions, meaning wiretap will not activate after 50% more than generated. Who cares? Wiretap's like, what, an order reveal? I mean, just be it a Swift. Saboteur. Oh, God. We have reduced the time it takes to sabotage a hook without a toolbox. The 2.3 was 2.5. We've also adjusted the cooldown to 60. Oh, so tier 3 wasn't even buffed. Just delete perk tiers. It's time to fucking just delete perk tiers. Fucking clowns. Clairvoyance will now activate upon blessing a totem in exchange to cleansing. Isn't that the one that is, or that's that overzealous? So now you can bless it. Who cares? Boons are not very good right now. Circle of Healing is still better than people give it credit for. Every time somebody brings that, I'm like, wow, that perk is this good, and nobody brings it. It's incredible. And then Shadow Step is probably the best boon right now. But do you really want to devote 3 slots to that? I don't fucking think so. Breakout. Oh, good. The Swift Bully perk. Breakout activates when the 5 meter range was 6, but its range is increased. Big fucking deal. So it's a Swift Bully perk. Just Swifts can bully you more consistently. Cool. Awesome. Buckle up. Upon healing a survivor from the dying state, both you and the healed survivor gain endurance for 10 seconds. I thought We're Gonna Live Forever did this. It's the same niche, Almo, except there's no reason to run We're Gonna Live Forever because Buckle Up, you both get it. And so why the fuck run We're Gonna Live Forever? Now Buckle Up is the one you run. It's stupid. Smash Hit. This is a cute change. To make Smash Hit a more interesting choice, they're lowering the exhaustion to 20 seconds. So basically, you have less exhaustion with this because it's not as good. I like that. That's a fine change. I never, ever, ever want to see Head On get this change. Even though Head On is the worst exhaustion perk still, it's still the worst. Don't at me. Smash Hit is better. Especially when if you combine Smash Hit with that Yoichi perk to hide your pools of blood. Like, you Smash Hit combined with that perk is basically a free escape if you're good. But I never want to see Head On get this because Swifts like to bully with Head On. They like to take you to fucking Dead Dog and fucking bully you. And they don't even fucking play the game. They just set up Boon Exponential on the fucking top of the fucking main building and they all just camp it. And and they fucking head on you, and Killer's so weak that they can't win the game in 20 seconds when you're doing that. You want to know how weak Killer is? Killer can take like 5 to 10 minutes to fucking win against a fucking bully squad that is not doing the objective and just camping main on Dead Dog. Fucking stupid. The fact that fucking Freddy Krueger should be able to down and beat that team in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, that's a slight exaggeration. Freddy Krueger should have that whole team slugged and hooked in fucking 3 to 5 minutes. Because they're not doing the objective. And they're not trying to win. It should not take the Killer fucking 10 minutes to fucking get those guys. And I don't want to hear that Nurse Blight and Spirit can do it. I don't care what they can do. They're the top tiers. I don't give 2 fucks what they can do in relation to everybody else. All 3 of the characters need a fucking nerf. And then you'll have to play 115, you fucking comp scene degenerates. Spine chill, who cares? We are removing the tear radius visualization because visual tear radius is available. Okay, cool. Killer tweaks Pyramid Head, increasing the range of his anti-face camping on the cages to 10 meters. Who the fuck cares? I don't see how that's going to do anything. They still want to fucking buff Pyramid Head for some reason. I don't know fucking why. They still want to fucking buff him. Stupid. How about you fucking buff Myers, you pieces of shit? Spirit! Oh, Spirit's getting nerfed. Spirit's getting nerfed. Did they nerf her base kit? No. Did they nerf her shit? Probably. Like, do you think she's still not going to be the best killer in the game when this goes in? Very unlikely. Let's see here what they did to her. Mother-daughter ring. They reduced the movement speed to 40% from 25. Big fucking whoop. That's still going to be all right. Dried Cherry Blossom. They're reducing the Killer Instinct range from 3 was 4. Still going to be broken because any good spirit can definitely accommodate for the fucking 1 meter difference to get the Killer Instinct. That's still going to be broken. This is the recharge faster. The respective duration increases remain unchanged. Each of these add-ons increase the duration of the power. Since the Spirit's power recharges over a set time regardless of duration, they also meant these add-ons had a hidden secondary effect of making your power recharge faster. Oh, okay. The fucking duration add-ons basically, like, since the power increases the duration, but it did not affect the fucking recharge time, it meant that those add-ons you could go further and still get the same recharge time. What are they going to give her the nerf that when she fucking basic attacks you, her fucking power goes on cooldown? When are they giving her that nerf? Fucking Legion would like to know when they're giving her that nerf. Origami Crane. They're buffing... Okay, so they're buffing the recovery rate down because nobody fucking uses those because they're worthless trash. We'll see. I still don't know if they're going to be used. We'll see, though. I don't think they're going to be used very much unless you have nothing better. Hag. Waterlogged Shoe. They upped the movement speed from 4.5 to 7.5. So now instead of being 109.5, you will be, what is that? 113.5? So you still only even get 115 with Waterlogged Shoe. So which means it's still trash. Mint Rag. Cooldown. Reduce the teleport cooldown to 10 seconds. I thought that add-on was already broken. I thought that add-on was already broken. Why did they buff it? Interesting. Good stuff, behavior. Half-egg shell increase the these are the durations that nobody uses, so they buff those. Okay, cool. Who cares? Nobody's going to run those. Coleman Farm Balance Update. Oh, goodness. As announced during the anniversary, we are planning to regularly revisit and rebalance existing maps. Fractured Cowshed and Rancid Abattoir. Cowshed's got to go. Abattoir was an interesting choice. I thought that was one of the better cold wins. For Fractured Cowshed, we found this map leaning too heavily in favor of the survivors. There's a few causes. First, most of the useful tiles form a big ring around the entire map. Yes, I've said this several times. Not like that, but yes, all the good tiles daisy chain into each other very fucking easily. Very, very easy for survivors to run from one pallet to another with little risk of being caught in between. Second, the barn itself was a fairly strong setup. Barn is fucking busted. Barn's fucking stupid. I don't know why they ever fucking put breakables at the fucking barn. Third, the center of the map is mostly empty, featuring only corn. Fucking idiots. Cow trees at the fucking center of the map. That's all you fucking need to daisy chain it to another jungle gym. Cow tree in the center of the map is part of the fucking ring that you just talked about. The center of the map is not mostly empty. fucking cow tree is there. And even filler tiles can fucking shut down some killers like a Huntress or a Bitch Boy or Shit Slinger because they're too fucking big for those killers to do anything. And then, if you've got fucking made for this or or just like good ping, you can't really be caught at those tiles anyway. Mostly empty my fucking ass. The only fucking thing that's empty at Fractured Couch Med is my self-esteem when I fucking play there. Trash. The map is terrible. They're the center of the blah, 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 blah. Once any generators in the corner complete, the killer has to patrol a big circle around the entire map to find the survivors, making it very time-consuming. Yeah, sure. Significant layout changes to the map, breaking up the strong outer ring tiles in the process. We have made some adjustments to the layout of the barn, which is now slightly closer to the middle of the map to reduce its strength. No, that's not what you fucking do. The fucking broken tile, you don't move that to the fucking middle. That's not what you do. This is what ruined Gas Heaven. Remember when you killed Gas Heaven? It was already fucking kind of bad, and then you fucking killed it by moving the fucking building to the middle and adding a bunch of shit. Moving the fucking broken tile to the middle is not how you fix things. The fact that the broken tile is off to the side is one of the better things about Fractured Cowshed. You don't want the broken tiles in the fucking middle, because that means every fucking chase can end up at that broken structure. Unless you nerfed it, which I doubt that you fucking did. I doubt that you fucking nerfed it at all. So, because I doubt that you fucking nerfed it, I think this is going to be a buff for Fractured Cowshed, unless you significantly reduce the fucking layout of the size of the map. The size. If you adjusted the size, holy fuck, then we can catch a fucking break. But do you really think, like, you better have fucking nerfed the way it works. You better have nerfed the fucking windows. But when you read it, I guess you could say that it looks like they made some adjustments, because it says, additionally, we made some layout adjustments to the layout of the barn, which is now slightly closer to the middle. So they're saying two things at once there, I guess. So, yeah, I guess they saying that they made some layout changes to the barn, which... holy fuck, it'd be hard to fucking buff that. Hopefully they fucking fixed it. Rancid Abattoir, depending on how good the map is generated, the slaughterhouse can feature among strong setups for survivors, allowing them to waste a good amount of the killer's time. Large freezer in the center of the building featured a single entrance and nothing important to leaving anyone to explore, blah, blah, blah. So they changed the layout of the slaughterhouse to make stronger setups less effective and opened up the wall in the back of the freezer, allowing players to navigate it more easily. I'm sure this is going to be a buff for the fucking structure overall, and the killers are going to hate it. But 100% sure. Across the entire room, you'll notice updated corn tiles with added details, as well as updated edge tiles, because why the fuck would we want dead zones? And that's the fucking end. What a disaster. What a disaster. I'm getting exhausted talking about this fucking shit. Sadako... Sadako's Nerf. I really feel like she's nerfed, guys. And then the perks are bad. The brand new part could have been better. Hook grabs are gone. So another major killer L for the upcoming patch, bro. I doubt that the Fractured Cowshed changes are going to be any good, especially since they moved the fucking shit to the middle. This looks like a disaster. Hopefully I'm wrong. I feel like the margin of error here might be slightly higher than some of the others, which were pretty set in stone. We still don't know enough about the map changes as well as Sadako in practice, but it really reads like a fucking nerf. Alrighty, that's all I gotta say, lads. I'm getting the hell out of here. G fucking G's on this shit.